all right, what it is, man? You already know what it is, top of the evening, you heard me? Like, and it's a Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to pray up, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? I had to shake back, you heard me? Like, and digging the word, pray some more, digging that some more, like, and it's getting hectic, you heard me? Because we only gonna reap what we sow, you heard me? Yeah, we only gonna reap what we sow, and we got to know that God is real, you heard me? Like, and he move off faith, you heard me? He move off faith, you gonna get blessed according to the measure of your faith. And on top of all that, you heard me, you just gonna reap what you sow. You know your wickedness gotta go up before God. He gonna holler at you when it's time to holler at you, you heard me? He gonna let you know, listen, they got laws in nature and they got laws in the land. He gave them the laws on the land, and nature has to take its course. So whatever you put out has gotta come back, and you gotta pay your dues. So you can't be like, you know what I'm saying, like a hypocrite with it. You heard me? Like, he don't respect that. See, that's why he like, I'd rather you be cold than hot. I mean, be cold than lukewarm. I'd rather you hot or cold. Like, what you gonna be? Because there's no in between. You can't be lukewarm. You heard me? Tell me, spit you out. You heard me? But what I'm getting at is a lot of people, like, they talk a good game. You heard me? You talk a good one. You heard me? So, is you a hearer or you a doer of the word? Yeah, like, because I need to know that, because if you just a hearer, guess what? You just know the word. You got to do the word for God to bless your game. Now, listen, I ain't just tell you. You got to do the word for God to bless your game. Let me go to the word for you. Hold up. Let me go to, I'm in James, first chapter, verse 22, all the way to verse 25. But ye be doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. For if any man be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself, and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. But whoso looketh to the perfect law of liberty and continue therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man should be blessed in his deeds. Yeah, like, you gotta do it, you heard me? Yeah, like I keep telling you, work without faith without works is dead, you heard me? You gotta do it, you gotta be a doer of the word, meaning itself. I'm gonna do unto others as I want done unto myself. You heard me? Listen, God said, blessed are the peacemakers. He didn't say blessed are the troublemakers. What, you keeping stuff up? Yeah, what you doing? You shooting crosses? What you doing? Because you know they got some things you get blessed for, and they got some things you get punished for. God commanded you certain things so you could lay up there, be on your game. This is a commandment from God. Love thy God with all our heart, with all our soul, with all our mind. And then the next commandment, he said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. If I wouldn't want that done to me, I ain't gonna do that to nobody else. You heard me? Not saying you're gonna be perfect, you heard me? Nah, because I know, in life, you heard me, like, you're gonna learn lessons in life. That's when you get your blessing. But, and you're gonna go through things. There's gonna be some things when you growing up, like when you raising a child, like, it's like raising a child, like, your children gonna do stuff they ain't supposed to do. But when you put him in, when you train up a child when he's young, when he get older, he ain't gonna depart from their ways, you heard me? So, it's like this, you heard me? Ain't nobody perfect, but come on, man. We grown now. The older you get, the wiser you supposed to get. You heard me? You done been through things in life, you heard me? Like, and like, this how it go. Your wisdom gonna reward you, you heard me? That's just how it go. Your wisdom gonna reward you. So you got to have the right state of mind, you heard me? In this thing, and when he said, that's why he said, write it on the tablet in your heart. You heard me? Take his word, write it on the tablet, put it in your heart. You heard me? So this could be in your heart, you heard me? Like, and God know your heart, you heard me? Like, real talk, like, see, if your heart ain't right, your thoughts ain't gonna be right. And I told you, like, neurologists will tell you that. Like, if you have a bad heart attack, you heard me? It'll mess your brain cell, like, mess your brain up a little bit. You heard me? That's why people with bad hearts, they lose their mind. Yeah, you wicked, you heard me? So your heart's so bad, you done lost your mind, knowing you smarter than that. Knowing you smarter than that, you heard me? So it's like this, you heard me? You gotta come on back to God, you heard me? You gotta walk in how you're talking. You gotta be a doer of the word. You heard me? You can't just be talking good. You heard me? Because all that, see, when you read the word and you praying, like, you gonna get tested on all that. You heard me? I'm watching everything unfold in my face, you heard me? Like, real talk, you heard me? Like, real talk, but That's another level. What I'm saying is this, you heard me? We gotta be doers of the word and not just hearers only, you heard me? Yeah, God gonna know this, you heard me? Like, bro, this real talk, bro. Like, that's why he say this, you heard me, in the word, bro. Like, he said, the fear of the Lord, that's the beginning of knowledge. Man, I'm talking about, he letting you know, bro. You gotta respect his mind, you heard me? If you don't, he gonna show you he real. God gonna show you he real, you heard me? Like, they got a God that sit high and look low, you heard me? I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how many people you know, you heard me? Boy, see, when God say it's time for justice to get served, you gonna get served what you deserve, you heard me? So I tell people, watch what you doing out here, man. Watch how you living. Watch how you moving in the dark when you think ain't nobody looking, you heard me? Cause that's where it count at. That's where it count when like ain't nobody looking at, all right? Cause that's who you really is, you heard me? What you'll do when nobody not looking, that's your real character, you heard me? But I'm saying for us to get our blessings, we gotta be doers of the word. That's what he's saying in the word. You gotta be a doer, not hearers only, you heard me? Yeah, like quit just talking like you know the cool. The devil know the word. The devil know the word. I mean, how you living though? That's how you gonna get blessed, you heard me? Yeah, and if it don't hurt, it don't work, you heard me? Just a reminder of how you got to get them blessings coming to you, you heard me? Yeah, you got to stay prayed up about shit, you heard me? Stay prayed up, read your word. But the word today is be doers. Be doers and not just hearers, you heard me? Be a doer of the word. So put some work in, you heard me? Yeah, put some work in with that, you heard me? Like, really put some work in. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself, you heard me? Come on, man, I keep telling you, your wisdom gonna reward you. Put some work in, you heard me? You got to know God right there at all times, no matter where you at. You heard me? Listen, bro. Stay up, look. Stay focused, you heard me? Listen, man. Look, I still love all y'all, you heard me? I still love all y'all, you heard me? Stay up, stay focused, bro. One, have a blessed day.